Hi, this is Hugh Van Horn with American Pacific Mortgage, and here's your 1-minute market update for today, October 19th, 2022. I'm rocking my Loan Sweet Loan t-shirt today at the office, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. This market update is going to be a little bit longer than a minute. I just have some information I think that's important to get out there. So first, let's start off with interest rates. This is according to Mortgage News Daily. The average 30-year fixed conforming loan is now at 7.22%. The 30-year fixed FHA loan is at 6.15%, a 5/1 ARMs at 6.45%, and a 30-year fixed VA loan is at 6.77%. So rates are high. They're very high right now. In fact, some of the headlines today and some of the other data shows that the mortgage production is down now to a 25-year low as far as production goes. Let's talk about real estate, and I'm going to give you this data, and then I'm going to kind of explain a little bit. So the data on real estate is inventory is up 31% more than a year ago. So there's a lot more houses for sale out there. However, we're still 600,000 homes short compared to a more normalized market in 2019. List prices are also down 2% since their peak back in June. However, appreciation is still up. Redfin came out with a report that said appreciation of homes nationally is up 2.5%. So house prices really aren't dropping. In fact, they're going up by marginal numbers. But listing agents, sellers selling their house are actually lowering down the amount that they're asking for. So maybe they were asking a little bit more than they could actually get for their house. So this is kind of bad news, right? Not a lot of houses on the market. House prices are still high and rates are still high. Some other headlines I read today was talking about home buyers taking the money that they had saved over years for a down payment. They finally get their finances in order and they're ready to go buy a house. And they go out there and they see these high prices and they see these high interest rates and they go, you know what? I'm going to put this down payment money on ice. I'm going to sit on it and chill for a minute and wait until house prices come down a little bit, wait till mortgage rates come down a little bit, wait till it's that right time to buy a house again. The problem with this philosophy, or I should say the potential problem, that may be right for some people, but maybe it's not right for others. And so the problem I see with that is as soon as rates go down again, which Freddie Mac suggested that might be as March of next year. So if you're sitting there and you're waiting, okay, March rates are going to come down, I'm just going to wait to buy to March. Well, you're not alone. There are a lot of people in the same boat that want to buy, that are ready to buy, that just don't feel like it's the right time, and they're sitting on the sidelines. As soon as the data starts coming out and the news articles start coming out, letting everybody know it's a good time to buy, there's going to be a lot more buyers in that marketplace. So it might be a good time right now to assess, hey, can I get this house? And maybe the seller is willing to buy my rate down like 2% from where they are today. And that might make it more affordable for me to get in the house. Hey, maybe the seller is willing to give me some money for closing costs. Maybe the seller's willing to do a longer escrow period. Maybe, the sellers are a lot more willing and able to negotiate with buyers now to kind of come up with a good happy medium and make a good deal for both the buyer and the seller. And that may not be for you. It may be right to cool off. And if it's still right for you to cool off, I think it's a great time to talk to a mortgage professional. Make sure all your ducks are in a row. Make sure your credit's good. Maybe there's some things we can do to raise your credit between now and then that'll help you get a little bit better of an interest rate. Make sure that you understand stuff to do with your job, stuff to do with your assets. Just make sure that you know you're exactly in the right place you need to be to buy. So, it's a really good time to talk to a mortgage professional, a real estate professional, or your financial planner on that, whether you can buy now or whether you're going to wait and buy later. And I'd say if you're buying a home for you to live in, be patient, find the right house for you. And if it's the right house for you and the right deal for you, do it. Don't let the market kind of dictate that for you. But again, make sure it meets all your financial needs and that you can afford it. I joke around, I love top ramen as much as the next guy, but I don't want to eat it every night. And if you're a seller, a lot of sellers are pulling their house off the markets as well because you got a 2.5% interest rate, your payment's low. If you sold your house and got all that cash, where are you going to go? You're just going to buy a house that's the same price at a much higher interest rate and a payment that's higher. So for a lot of sellers, it doesn't make sense to sell right now either. But again, I would give the same advice is, if you sit and wait till it is a good time to sell, you're going to be selling with everybody else. So maybe put your house on the market for a fair price that you think you can get for it and be patient and try to find the right buyer that house meets their needs. So I think the key right now is just patience, planning, and not saying no to buying or not buying or no to selling or not selling. But if that's your mindset, that eventually that's your goal, let's start working on it now so that when it is the right time or the right opportunity presents itself, we're prepared and we're ready to go. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I turned my 1 minute mortgage market update to a 5 minute mortgage market update, but I just felt like I had a lot to say, and hopefully you find it useful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.